That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Is good.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake.
10 at their own 1-yard line.
For the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this out past the 10 to about the 11. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Operating from the gun. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Haas gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down.
Operating from the gun. Haas will get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
On first down, Haas looking for his running back, and he's got him. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
To number 27.
From the gun, Haas. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the...
And he will take it in for the touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Now a throw here, hauled in. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He gets attended to. We'll step aside. He was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Now he's going to go up top over the... This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 43 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
These two teams all tied after 1-7. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
But that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield. So they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Desperados 10.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
Now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On 1st and 10, Haas. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did get into him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Now a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. And all the way in for the touchdown. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
The score, Mounties 14, Desperados 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it, the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Fielded at the 33. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down. Throwing on first down. Haas. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2. And now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Operating from the gun. Haas. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
Up second and goal at the 7-yard.
To throw on second down. Haas. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here. The first half, they've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Austin's offense ready to go again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Devin Bush leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. That's complete to Slayton.
Pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
Pass.
Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
And 9.
From the gun, Haas. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown! Big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Boston's offense ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3 yards to go.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And that will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haas. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for a receiving touchdown. A big play there.
score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Looks good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half.
Desperados 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Austin's offense ready to go again. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And now back out comes the offense. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This one to his running back out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And quickly they get to the line.
5-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson. Position on him, and he pulls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into third and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now again, right side. It's Knight. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson looking sideline, incomplete.
Jackson's pass thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game. They're reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. He gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Catch made by Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To Darius.
11 yards there, first down.
11 on the play. First down, Austin.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Wide receiver.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again is Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. But boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or Wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson now. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Jackson. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And we'll see what he can do on the return. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes that kept hitting us with was, let's put pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
1st down and 10. At their own 20.
Boston's offense ready to go again. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
A loss of 8 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
At their own 13.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
The pass.
7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And this offense is running away with this one, as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Boston's offense ready to go again. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on first down is Jackson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12.
The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Knight.
Jackson's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Well, the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Toronto's offense ready to take over, and they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Desperados 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Jackson on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Jackson's pass.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Jackson.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got a man wide open. Complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, they had held him pretty well in check. But if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Again, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Third and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Complete to Darius Slayton. Touch.
I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he takes gets it all the way down to the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
In a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically, and they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw, and that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
To try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
Desperados 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Where the blood, then the juice stay turned like, you know. mental. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house.